What's going on, guys? Devin here, just from Cover 3 Media, just me here today. We got a draft for you. We got, 10-team PPR redraft league. I'm picking up the 7th spot. Christian's also in this draft at the 10th spot. It's just going to be me here tonight. This is going to be filmed on Wednesday, August 31st, getting you in time about a week before the season starts. So just some point of view on what some people might draft and how it's going to go. Starting lineups, 1 quarterback, 2 running back, 2 receiver, tight end, 3 flexes, and then a kicker and defense. We have 2 people that haven't done fantasy league in a while, and then we got a few guys that are in some of my biggest leagues that I'm in, and then a few people that are from Fantasy Commish on Instagram. So this should be an interesting draft. I can't wait to get it going, and yeah, we're gonna get started here in a minute or two, and hopefully everyone's ready to go because I ain't gonna be waiting too long. Hope you guys continue to watch other stuff. We're gonna be here for you throughout the season, so stick with us, guys. We're here to help you out. Has begun. Dylan is on the clock. He hasn't done draft for a while. Let's see who he goes with here. The number 1 pick. Be interesting to see, for sure. My strategy here, I'm aiming for a guy like Jefferson or Najee or Derrick Henry here at my 7th spot. JT goes number 1. No-brainer pick, obviously. Now, Jaden's up, roommate from college. How, Jaden, if you watch this, goes Derrick Henry 2nd over McCaffrey. I actually like the pick a lot. I can't really argue that at all. It's, his first league ever, I'm pretty sure, so I'm excited to see how he does. McCaffrey falls to 3. Pretty standard, still top 3 guys going. Eckler goes 4 running backs out the board to begin. Then JJ goes at 5, now 6, and then I will be up. JJ, I got 5 in a different season-long league, so it'll be interesting to see what I have available to pick from. He goes with Delvin, so now I get to decide between Najee Harris. Basically Najee Harris. I'm not really interested in Cooper Kupp. Jamar Chase I'm interested in, but I want to kind of get a little Najee Harris and see what I can ride with going running back first. So I go with Najee Harris as my first pick. Can't be, it's always nice to have a pretty safe running back to start. And Najee obviously has upside. He was number 3 PPR running back last year, guys. Let's see how Jared goes here now with his first pick, picking 8. Nothing really crazy. I guess Jaden going Henry 2 is a little shocking, but I'm fine with that. I'm not opposed at all. I was hoping he'd fall the way to 7 to me, but obviously not. That's all right. Cooper Kupp goes 8. Pretty good values. Usually goes earlier than that, so he goes with Chase to almost falls with the first one. Now Christian, also member of Cover 3 Media. He's got back-to-back picks here. Should have asked him to join us. I just kind of didn't think about it because I decided to stream this last second. So I hope you guys stay with us and watch this. I'll create chapters. It's going to be a longer video for sure. But Christian goes Diggs with his first pick, and now he's going to begin the second round. He goes with Saquon, so he's got Diggs and Saquon to go to begin the second round. Kelsey goes first tight end off the board. Now, I got a couple options I like remaining, folks. I could go with Mark Andrews second round. I don't know if I want to do that. Joe Mixon or Swift starting with those 2 running backs would be very nice to have. I'm not going to lie. Because there are plenty of tight ends. I mean, not tight ends, quarterbacks. Mixon goes. There are plenty of, receivers left. Devontae's still available. I love Devontae, but I'm not really wanting to have him this year. CeeDee Lamb still left 2 at receiver. It's interesting. You know what? I got Najee, so I don't need another running back necessarily. I'm going to go. Who should I take? Should I go running back? I think, honestly, at this point, I'm just going to go Swift to pair Najee and Swift. I think that's a great start. I wasn't really wanting to go 2 running back to start, but I'll take that all day. I'm a little bullish on Swift now, but him as my 2 Najee and Swift to start as my 2 running backs, that's just wonderful to see. Kamara goes right after me. Good start by Fantasy Commish. Had Jake, got Delvin and Kamara. And then Aiden goes with Jefferson and Devontae. Devontae is probably the latest I've ever seen him go in a redraft league. So he's starting with a 2 receiver look. I did that in the season 1. CeeDee Lamb goes with the next pick. I thought about Lamb there. But I think there's just, if I don't go running back there, I'm going to have to wait till the fourth round. And, there's guys like ETN and Brees Hall, but there's receivers I like more at that point. And I'm kind of interested in maybe going tight end early, quarterback early. This is 6-point passing touchdowns, so they are valuable as hell. I'm looking to possibly get, a Kyle Pitts in the next round or a Josh Allen. I really want to have one of them on my team because I'm in a lot of leagues, love fantasy football. Keep following us, guys. We're here for you. But I don't have like any shares of Pitts or Josh Allen. I don't think any league I'm in. So it would be really cool to get one of them for sure. And Hunter goes with Aaron Jones, starts McCaffrey. Jones as a 2 running back. Start like me and Fantasy Commish did. Now Jaden is up. He went Derrick Henry with his first pick, which was interesting, but I don't hate it at all by any means. I'm really hoping I can get Pitts or Josh Allen next round. I want one of them for sure. And I know I won't have a receiver yet, but there's so many receivers I can get that will be interesting to have. Fournette goes, Jaden starts with 2 running backs. Honestly, I would probably go Javonte there as the best running back available, but I'd probably go Javonte, Fournette, then Chubb. So, he's got 2 pretty good running backs that are reliable to start, and that's pretty valuable. So, yeah. Now, Dylan, win the rings as it's put on there. Went JT number 1, and now we'll see what he does with back-to-back picks here to end the second and begin the third round, folks. So far, not too many crazy picks. I will say I'm pretty happy I got Swift that late. I think that's pretty good value for him where I took him. So, yeah. Win the rings. I don't know if he knows if he's ready to go or what. Got a minute and a half clock. Hopefully not everyone uses all of it. He goes Debo, gets a receiver. Not a bad pick. You like Debo here at Cover 3 Media. He's going to go now to begin the third round. Let's see what he wants to do here. If I'm him, if he wants to go running back, easy taking Javonte. Receiver, I'm probably looking at A.J. Brown. And if he really wants a tight end, he can go Pitts. Or go Josh Allen if he really wants to. I'm not one to really take quarterback super early because I think the value's there. But in 6-point passing touchdown league, it's interesting and it's not terrible to decide to do that because they are valuable to have. But I just think there's more quarterbacks they can get that are just as good as a value. I know for sure Christian, Cover 3 Media member right there. I'm assuming with one of those 2 picks at the end of the third or to begin the fourth, he wants Josh Allen. He took Diggs first. So if I want Josh Allen, if he's available, I'm going to have to take him. And Mark Andrews still off 2. And if Mark Andrews is there in the third round, and Pitts and Allen, I doubt all 3 will be left. I mean, I'm taking Andrews all day. But I know Fantasy Commish right in front of me is a Ravens fan. He's probably hoping to grab him right in front of me, is my guess. When the rings really doesn't know what to decide, it looks like he goes with Mahomes. First quarterback off the board. I love Mahomes' talent, but I'm personally taking Josh Allen or Herbert in front of him. But easily Mahomes could outscore him. You can't really nitpick Mahomes that much. But yeah, I mean, probably the big 3: Mahomes, Herbert, and Josh Allen wasn't making him back in the fourth round. So you wanted his quarterback, you got it. Got a quarterback, running back, receiver. Now Jaden has 2 running backs to start. I'm assuming he's going to go receiver, tight end here. Yeah, guys, also, I'll not trying to advertise too much, but, on our YouTube, there are other videos, sleepers, and, as well as some buy and sells in Dynasty. We have IDP, the Future Fantasy, up there, too. Check out our Instagram and TikTok. We're posting stuff daily, help you guys win your leagues. But, yeah, I wonder what Jaden's going to do here with the pick. So far, Henry, Fournette, 2 stud running backs to start. No. Javonte's still there. I'm sure Javonte wouldn't make it to me, and I wouldn't really want to start 3 running back anyways. Would be nice to have, but not really too interested in doing that personally. Goes with Keenan Allen, a pretty safe receiver. Nothing crazy. Hunter goes Javonte, gets a steal, starts with 3 running backs. Keenan, he's safe, but I personally would rather take a guy like A.J. Brown, who has higher upside. But there's some guys falling that I was kind of surprised. Like Tyreek's still there. Mark Andrews is still available as well, and Josh Allen. And there are 3 picks before me. Nick Chubb goes, so I'm going to get one of the 3 of Andrews, Pitts, or Josh Allen, guys. This is what we wanted to. Want to try something different a little bit. I love my receivers and A.J. Brown, and he might not be available for me in the fourth round, but if he is, I'll be happy. Um, so it'll be interesting. Chubb and Eckler, Lamb, pretty good start for Bryce. Zeke goes. So Aiden did need a running back. He went two receivers to start. So now I'm going to guess Fantasy Commissioner going to take Mark Andrews if I had to put money on it because he's a Ravens fan. But if all three are available, I'm going to have a tough decision, guys. I do think Mark Andrews in the third round is a damn steal. But I know if I really want Josh Allen, he ain't going to make it back to me in the fourth round for sure. Not really going to probably be able to get both. He goes with Michael Pittman, which is a great pick, I think. Now I got to decide, do I really want Mark Andrews or do I want Josh Allen more? I really think Kyle Pitts could possibly still be available. I'm going to try something different, and I'm going to go with Josh Allen. Why not? Let's try something different, guys. 6 points, passing touchdown. Got my quarterback and two running backs. I don't have to worry about quarterback for a long-ass time, but I need receivers now heavily and a tight end. Mark Andrews goes. Great value in the third round. I cannot believe he fell that far. It's pretty nuts to me. I thought about Andrews for sure, or Pitts. I'm hoping somehow Pitts can fall me in the fourth round. I know I wouldn't start with any receivers, but I just know there's so much valuable receivers, 5th through 8th rounds, and to have a possibly quarterback one and the tight end, top 3, that's pretty good decision to have. Christian's on the clock with 2 picks here. He started with Diggs and Saquon. The reason I kind of took Allen too, because I do want him. I don't have him in any leagues. I know you necessarily don't want to take quarterbacks early sometimes, but I don't have Allen in any leagues. I want to root for him some way. And I know Christian for sure probably wanted Allen. I'm going to guess with one of these 2 picks. Not for sure on that, but I could see it. He goes A.J. Brown, probably to piss me off. Love A.J. Brown. I was going to take him for receiver. I was going to go A.J. Brown or Pitts with my next pick, but there's still some receivers up that I would love to have in that fourth round. T. Higgins is my target, and he's gone. So Christian goes with Diggs, Brown, and T. Higgins. Was hoping to get one of them for sure. Now, Pitts will be available if I want in the fourth round, and I do plan to take him because Jackson and Jared before me both have Kelsey and Andrews, so I'm definitely going with Kyle Pitts. I'm excited. I got Allen and Pitts, guys. Trying to do something different. You don't have to do this strategy. This is something different. I want to see how my team turns out. We're doing a different kind of league, too. We're, have a bigger starting lineup, and I want that advantage. And as well with that, guys, I know I can find sleepers at receivers that can break out. And I don't have Pitts around in any leagues, and I want to see what they can do. Kyle Pitts, easy pick. So I got Allen, Najee, Swift, and Kyle Pitts to start my draft. I'm loving it, guys. Because at that point, too, the receivers really left. I'm willing to wait around to see if they're available because I like Terry, I like Watt, I like DJ Moore, but I don't really love them. And a lot of these guys, have taken 2 running backs, so, receivers are probably going to be flying off the boards here. But, I got receivers I'm looking at the 5th round. I'm looking at a Jalen Waddle, DJ Moore, Sutton, Mike Williams, Hollywood Brown, A-Rob. My receivers probably aren't going to be as good, and that's all right. Sutton goes, great pick. I think it might be a little bit of reach in the 4th round, but it's all right. ETN, it really helps Aiden after starting with Zeke as number 1 running back. Zeke and ETN now after having 2 strong receivers to start. I definitely have an interesting team, guys. I wouldn't necessarily suggest doing this all the time, but I want some shares of some different guys. And Herbert goes there with Bryce. Bryce got Herbert, Eckler, Chubb, and Lamb. Pretty damn good start in my eyes. But yeah, I was surprised all 3 of those guys I was kind of wanting in the 3rd round were available, and it was awesome to get 2 of the 3. I think those are good values for Mark Andrews and Kyle Pitts for sure. Josh Allen, maybe a little too early, but it is 6 points for passing touchdowns, so I'm intrigued to see where that goes. Be taking some receivers probably the next couple rounds, guys. Now, unless some running back like Breece Hall's ill in the 5th round, I'm probably going to snag him. But I was looking at if ETN or Breece Hall are there, I'd probably take him 5th round. So Hunter's up, went 3 running backs so far with McCaffrey, Jones, and Javonte. Goes with DJ Moore as his first receiver. Jaden goes with DK. He's got Keenan and DK as his 2 receivers now. With Henry and Fournette. Interesting teams for sure. Definitely doesn't have super high upside guys, but definitely we know what we're getting with them. DK a little questioning because I don't know with Geno Smith at quarterback what's going to happen. Dylan, big Ohio State fans, takes J.K. Dobbins. Great talent, just a little scary with his injury. Coming back off that, I could see him going Terry here for another receiver because he's an Ohio State fan. But we'll see what happens, guys. Definitely comment, guys, any questions you have, and grill me for my start. Like, yep, Terry. Like I said, got two Ohio State guys. Do what you like. Judge me. Like, I'm not expecting this team right now to be insanely good, but I want to have some other guys to root for. I have two elite running backs to start. I got an elite quarterback and an elite tight end. Now this is where I think I have a great start, and now I think these next 3-4 rounds for me is going to win or lose me leagues because there's receivers left I like. Waddle, if I can get him in the 5th round, I mean, wow, that's great value in my opinion. I like Mike Williams a lot. I'm definitely going to be targeting Gabe Davis since I got Josh Allen in probably the 7th round. Tom Brady goes. This is one I kind of know it's Jaden's first draft. First time doing fantasy football, Tom Brady. There's definitely a lot of other quarterbacks left that are better, like Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow and Kyler Murray, but he went with Tom Brady. Wonder if his buddy Jacobs helped him out, but I think Jaden's picks are struggling a little bit, to be honest. I just would not take him there at all. Personally, you could probably get him way, way later. There's probably 10 quarterbacks at this point I'd still rather have than Brady. But Jaden could win. Who knows? George Kittle goes. Hunter grabs his tight end. Very, very also interesting. Sorry, I like it. The 3 dominant running backs. DJ Moore at receiver, and then Kittle as his tight end. That's great. Bryce takes a risk with Cam Akers in the 5th. I think that's exactly where you got to take him if you want him. Breece Hall then goes. So I'm not going to be looking at running back here, guys. It's receiver all day long for me. We got Deontay, Waddle, Mike Williams. I'm liking the guys available for sure. No doubt about it. And Lamar Jackson goes. Good thing I already have a quarterback. I'm happy with that. So what am I going to want to go here? Receiver. I actually have to take a receiver. Deontay, Waddle. We like what he can bring to the table, no doubt. Judy, interesting. Mike Williams. I'm liking Mike Williams here, guys, probably as my pick. I think the upside's there for him, no doubt about it. What do you guys think? Obviously, you guys will see this after. We'll see what you guys are thinking here. I think Mike Williams is the best guy available personally, and I'm going to take him at receiver. Going with Mike there, and now I'm going to be looking at a receiver next pick. Hopefully I'm hoping to get either A-Rob or Hollywood Brown as my receiver 2 guys. Deontay or Waddle, or Judy, any of these 3 top receivers available right here are available. I'm taking them. But I do like A-Rob and Hollywood, honestly, a little bit more personally for me. So I do like my start. Like Mike Williams, as my number 1 receiver is a little questionable, but we're gonna have some nice guys for receiver. Don't worry. We got 2 elite running backs, elite young tight end, elite quarterback. Interesting start, and that's why sometimes our receiving position is the deepest position. And I mean, look who I got in receiver 1. Mike Williams obviously isn't a flashy guy, but he was down at the start of the season, and I think he could take over Keenan as a number 1 receiver in LA with Herbert. Jared Suarez, Connor, and Mixon as 2 running backs. Kupp as receiver, and Andrews the tight end. Great value for Andrews. I thought about him there instead of Josh Allen, but I didn't do it. Gibson goes. Unfortunately, Gibson might be a better value now since the unfortunate news to Brian Robinson, but I'm still not a Gibson fan. I still don't think they're going to be all in on him at all. I think there's a reason why they liked Brian Robinson so much. Now, Christian's up. He does need some running backs. He's got 3 receivers to start. I could see him going tight end at Waller. Quarterback, Burrow is still available. Compare him with T. Higgins. I could see him going Burrow and then a running back because probably Montgomery just went. That's Christian's boy from Chicago. A.J. Dillon this part, if I was him with one of these 2 picks, get my second running back, that's great value. Have the quad bros. Usually in a lot of mock drafts I've been taking A.J. Dillon as my 3rd running back in the 6th round all day long. But since I only have 1 receiver, I'm going to be looking at receiver most likely at this next pick. And I might have my options. There's 4 picks before I go next. And, you know, I'm liking Waddle. I think Waddle at the 6th round would be insane value, guys. Waddle there would be very hot to have. I am not going to lie. And Josh Jacobs goes. Christian gets his second running back. Be interesting to see what happens after that. Three picks before me. Hoping to get Waddle, A-Rub, or Hollywood. Those are my three guys I'm really looking at personally, guys. For my receiver, too, and I'm happy with that. The way the draft's going, it looks like my strategy might work out for us, guys. We are doing kicker and defense. I usually don't do kicker ever, and defense I usually do IDP, but this is just season-long league. We got 18 rounds because we have deeper teams. This is how we're actually doing it, is that Derek Christian goes Jerry Jeudy. Fine with that pick. I'm not interested in him personally. It's just me. But, yeah, this is going to be a 10-man league, and we're having 8 teams make the playoffs instead of 6. And, yeah, so there's a free-for-all to see, keep teams interested because this is a lower-stake league. We're only doing about a $15 buy-in. Winner's going to get most of it, and second place will get their money back. Doing it just so, it keeps people interested. Those bottom 2 teams don't make it, and then, 8 people will go. Great value, A.J. Dillon for his second running back. That's a great guy to have. Obviously, Packer fan, but I love the value. Receiver, I cannot believe Waddle's still there, guys, in the 6th round. Yeah, I love that all day long. And Jalen Waddle goes. I was going to take him all day long. Great pick. I mean, him in the 6th round, I think that's just insane value, guys. I had him as my number 2 receiver after the way I started. I mean, interesting. We got A-Rob or Hollywood, guys. I'm not really sure what I should do. I think Hollywood can be more explosive to start the season, guys. And I like A-Rob a lot, though, too. So it's really tough who I want to go with here. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm leaning towards Hollywood. I don't really have any Hollywood or A-Rob in my queue. So I'm going to go with Hollywood. And I'm hoping next round, the 7th, I can get Gabe Davis, guys. That's my goal. Hollywood Brown, I want to go with a little. I got 2 slam dunk guys there, Hollywood Brown and Mike Williams to start. A-Rob goes right after, great pick. I do like A-Rob too, but I just think Hollywood, those first couple weeks before Hopkins comes back, can help me win some games where I'm gonna need some good points at receiver to help me. Deontay finally goes. 6 rounds, great value in my eyes. Wasn't too big on taking him there, but that's a great selection, guys. I know I like Bateman a lot. Receivers left on the board, I really like Bateman and Gabe Davis. Those are the 2 guys I'm hoping that I can get in 7th round, one of the 2 of them. I don't think Bateman will make it back because Fantasy Commission is a Ravens fan. Probably going to pair him with Lamar. That'd be a great selection. I'd rather have, but Gabe Davis I'd probably rather have because I have Josh Allen. So I'm hoping to get Gabe Davis, guys, with my next pick. That's who I'm going. I'm going to put him in my queue right now. I'll put Bateman too. Got Gabe Davis in there. Juju I like too, and Amon-Ra for sure as all the receivers. Running back's starting to get thin, and I'd rather just wait for my 3rd running back at this point, guys. So my queue, I'm hoping to get one of these 4 receivers. Hoping for sure that it's Gabe Davis over to pair him with Josh Allen as my 3rd receiver. Chris Godwin goes. Pretty good value. We don't know his injury concerns, how it's going to start. Darren Waller goes. Jaden gets his tight end. Great value for Darren Waller, guys. Jaden's had an interesting start, but that was a great pick for Waller that point. Best tight end really left, him or Hawkinson. Yeah. Zach Ertz goes. Definitely terrible pick there by Dylan. I know he hasn't done a draft in a while. I think he's getting worried because all these tight ends are going off the board. But he could have waited for Ertz for a couple rounds, and I'd rather have a guy like Hawkinson or Goddard or even Dawson Knox at my tight end position. So some of these picks are helping maybe some people come back. Some guys I want follow me in the 7th, which I just love. Amari Cooper goes, he's a safe guy to have. I'm a little questioning it now with no Deshaun Watson until week 11, but Cooper towards the end of the season could really win people's leagues for sure. So, as Amari is his third receiver ain't bad at all. I just personally rather have Gabe, Bateman, Juju, or Amon-Ra as my third receiver all day long. So if I can get one of those guys at the 7th-round pick, I'm going to be very happy at the way I started in deciding to wait on receiver till the 5th round, which I never usually do. I'll be very excited with that, no doubt. Jane's up here now. Just see where he goes. Goes with Amon-Ra. Great pick. Got another receiver. I think that's a very good pick. He was on my queue to possibly take. Now there's 4 picks before me and 3 guys I want, guys. So I'm just hoping one of these 2 guys falls to me. I could see Hunter, Bryce Snag, and Gabe Davis, which would hurt bad because that's what I want. At that point, if all 3 of these guys are left, I should look for somebody else. Brandon Cooks wouldn't be a bad pick either, actually, at this point. Or Devontae Smith. Like Smith, too. Just not in on these veteran guys like Michael Thomas and DeAndre Hopkins. Thomas, it's, a hit or miss. We don't know what's going to happen with his injury concerns. Obviously, Hopkins will be suspended. I wouldn't mind getting him, but I don't really want to have him and Hollywood, TBH. So, I guess I'll probably throw in Cooks and Mooney. I'm really fine with any of them. I'm not really going to be too mad if I don't get Gabe Davis. I know Bateman ain't going to make it to me. Like, just no way in hell he will. Because I know Aiden probably thinking about him, and so is Fantasy Commish. He's a Ravens fan. And pair him with Lamar would be definitely a good move. Hunter probably will go receiver again because he's got 3 running backs already. He goes to Brandon Cooks. Great value there for Brandon Cooks, 7th round. Juju goes. So, guys, I'm getting definitely one of my guys. He goes with Kyler Murray. I'm getting Gabe Davis, guys, hoping. Bateman, I guarantee, will go here. Great value for Juju. Great pick by Bryce. Definitely, he waited on receiver 2, and, he got Lamb early, but then he got Deontay and Juju as a 2nd and 3rd receiver after getting some pretty solid running backs and a great quarterback. Curveball. Wasn't expecting that. Fantasy Commish goes with Cordero Patterson. Now I have Gabe Davis and Bateman. I like Bateman a little bit more, but you guys got to look. These guys are both receiver 2s on their teams. Diggs obviously 1 in Buffalo, and Bateman obviously Andrews is 1 in Baltimore. I have Josh Allen, so guys, I have to go with Gabe Davis. That's just what I have to do. Yeah, I love that all day long. All day long. Taking some high upside, guys. This is why I am glad I waited on receiver, guys, because this is the value I'm getting now. Gabe Davis is exactly where he should be going. I don't think he should be going anywhere else, but I'm excited, no doubt about it. Now, I know Bateman will not make it back to me, no doubt, because Christian will probably snag him, and Christian knows what the hell he's doing. Yeah, Christian is texting me Cardell in the 7th. Not great pick, Jake. At Fantasy Commish. Very weird pick for me. I know we needed another running back probably. Yeah, he took Kamara and Cook. But you probably could have waited a few rounds for Cordero. I'm not in on him at all. Definitely just, he's 31. That was just a fluke season. Like, I'm sorry. Like, if you take Elijah Mitchell there like Jackson just did in the 7th, I would take that all day as my 3rd running back. So now, guys, I might be taking at running back. I only have 2 on my roster, and I got 3 receivers now. But we'll see who is there. I still love Bateman. I don't think he'll make it back to me. I'm sure Christian will stay with one of these 2 picks. But he does have 4 receivers. But we are starting, 5 technically if you want to start all. If you want to use all your flexes for that, I personally usually do. But the goal, guys, is to get Bateman at my next pick if I can. But it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. Christian has 2 picks, and it'll be interesting to see what he does. Has 4 receivers, 2 running backs. At this point, he's probably waiting a quarterback, or he'll go Joe Burrow. I thought he was maybe going to have to take him last round, but he waited. And yeah, I mean, if I'm him taking Joe Burrow with one of these two picks to pair with T. Higgins, that's a great damn option to have. Christian's having a great start at receiver. Not a big Josh Jacobs guy personally as my RB2. And Saquon is going to be a high risk, high reward for Christian. He could win in the league or lose in the league for sure. I'm loving my running back, so that's why I haven't even thought about taking a third one yet. So I need to get my receivers going. And with Mike Williams, Hollywood, and Gabe, I did that. I'm guessing Christian's going to go Burrow and Bateman, these two picks. Bateman falls back to me, guys. I will lose my mind.
Come on!
Time's up. Goes with Burrow, one of the picks. Great pick. Tear him with T. Higgins, best quarterback left on the board. Would have definitely taken him over Tom Brady, Kyler, and Jalen Hurts for sure. Lamar, I definitely understand why I'd probably take Lamar over, but it is 6 points passing touchdowns, so those rushing guys aren't as valuable as we think sometimes. Bateman is my look right now, guys. Running backs, I don't mind Kareem Hunter, Tony Pollard, or Ken Walker, but I'll wait for the 9th round to grab one of those guys personally. But yeah, Christian still doesn't have a tight end. It wouldn't be bad idea to snag Hawkinson because Fantasy Commish hasn't grabbed one, and I'm sure he has 2 picks for Christian picks again, and he will definitely grab one unless Christian's waiting for a guy like Dawson Knox or something like that. I like Hawkinson, but I ain't going to be going with the 2 tight end set. It would be interesting, but I do need a receiver running back pretty bad here. Not terribly bad, but 8th round I'm loving possibly Bateman or Devontae Smith or Elijah Moore. Like that would just be heaven. Running back, I just don't see the running back. Like I like Pollard and Hunt and Ken Walker, but I just don't see the point in taking them in the 8th round personally for me at all. I'm really hoping I can get Bateman. I would just light up. I'm sure Christian will take him. Takes Michael Thomas. Kind of surprised, didn't think he had him, but probably has no shares of him, and he thought, why not? Hopkins goes, guys, if I can get Bateman when I thought about taking him last round, please, Jared, don't take him. I would make my night. He does need another receiver, kind of. He has two receivers with Kupp and Waddle, 3 running backs, Mixon, Connor Gibson. Don't like his running back core after Mixon at all. He's got Andrews tight end, got his quarterback, so he's looking receiver, guys. It's going to probably be Mooney or Bateman if I bet. And if I don't get Bateman here, guys, I'm probably going to reach on Devontae Smith. But I think Devontae Smith in the 8th round is a really good value, TBH. But next round, guys, I will be looking at a Kareem Hunt, Pollard, Ken Walker probably. Goes with Darnell Mooney. I'm not even going to waste any time. Bateman all damn day long, guys. I'm so happy I waited on receivers now. I got Mike Williams, Hollywood Brown, Gabe Davis, and Bateman now as my 4 receivers after waiting. Because I know I have guys I can wait on. Oh my gosh, I love that. Sorry, Jake, I know you probably wanted him, but all day long. Bryce gets Kareem Hunt as his 4th running back now, as he's got very good value on Kareem Hunt. Great value Elijah Moore for Hunter in the 8th round. Jake went with Hawkinson for his tight end. Jaden, I don't know what the hell he's doing taking his defense so early. I don't know if he's just treating it as a joke. Probably it's his first draft, guys, so I'm not gonna shit on it too much. But yeah, defense last round for sure. Yeah, Dylan Wade, quarterback, got Rodgers. I don't. So yeah, Jaden and Dylan, these two guys haven't taken it in a while. Haven't drafted. Jaden is his first draft, I believe, ever, and win the rings right here. Dylan hasn't drafted in 6 years. Obviously, Jaden reached on Tom Brady, took a defense way too early. He could have got defense way down here with the Buccaneers. Clyde, at this point, he did need another running back. I guess his third running back. At this point, I think it's pretty decent value for Clyde for sure. Um, and then Dylan already took Mahomes and Ertz, and then he goes with Goddard, who I think is better than Ertz, and then Rodgers. So he got his backup quarterback and tight end. Really questioning those picks. But like I said, I'm not gonna do too harsh on them. They're kind of coming back in the fold with their teams with drafting, so I'm not gonna hit too much. Hunter's up. Drew grabs his quarterback, Russell Wilson. He waited on. Um, he's got Javante. He's got a pretty good damn team. Good damn team in my eyes. I mean, Hunter has McCaffrey, Jones, Javante, his three running backs. His four receivers are DJ Moore, Godwin, Cooks, and Elijah Moore. He's got his tight end Kittle and now Russ. Great team. I'm liking my team guys now too. You know, I was kind of worried waiting on receiver the fifth round, but I've gone four receivers the last 4 rounds, and it's guys that I want. I got Mike Williams, Hollywood Brown, Gabe Davis, and Rashad Bateman. Great value, I feel like, for all those picks. And my lineup's looking pretty damn good now, guys. I don't have that dominant receiver, but I have two dominant running backs, dominant quarterback, and a dominant positional advantage at tight end. So I'm not going to complain too much. Now this round, I definitely Devonta Smith would have been my pick. If he fell there, I would have been taking him all day long. At this point, I want a running back. I'm probably going to be looking at Tony Ballard or Ken Walker for sure. I got to check their buys are good. I want them as my third running backs just because the potential's there with Pollard, with Zeke, whatever. And I just want to have my third running back. I don't think Aiden would take his fifth running back, but he goes to Singletary. So I'm either getting Pollard or Ken Walker. Ken Walker, there's some questions about his health week one. I'm not starting him week one. I'm going to take a receiver. Chase Edmond goes. Great, guys. I can get Pollard or Ken Walker at this price. Thank you. This is just going what I like. I'm definitely really liking what I'm doing, guys. Like, I didn't think it'd go this way by any means. But yeah, I mean, who should I take? Pollard or Ken Walker? I don't have any of Pollard in like any league. Tricky pick, guys. Tricky pick. It's between two guys. I'm not interested in Miles Sanders at all. I think he's going to lose his job to Gainwell, or it's going to be a committee pretty damn quick in my eyes. I could go Dameon Pierce, though. He is the full-on running back in Houston now. But I will take a chance of maybe him falling in my next round, and I'm just going to go with Tony Pollard. I need another running back. I'm fine with that. He's going to be a receiving weapon in Dallas. Him as my third running back, I'm fine with that. I wanted Dameon Pierce because he's probably going to be starting more, but I'm not. I think he's going to be good. I do. But, and Pollard, he's still got Zeke there, but I just think Pollard for this season is probably going to be better than Pierce in my eyes. Jared said he thought for sure I was going to take Pierce, who ended up getting. Definitely thought about him. I thought about Ken Walker too, but if I can get Ken Walker in the 10th, I will scream. But Christian will probably snag him because he knows what he's doing. Don't like the MT pick he made. I think it might have been auto picked on accident. So whatever. Receivers, I like Ayuk or Burks still left, and Christian Kirk. So I got some interesting options. Hunter Renfrow is my fifth receiver. I wouldn't mind at all. Lazard, I don't have any shares of Lazard, even though I'm a Packers fan, but I wouldn't take him over some of these other guys that are left. TBH. To be honest, I like Ramondre too. I got 4 receivers and I got 3 running backs. So I think I'm probably going to lean towards receiver here in Ayuk. Rashad Penny goes by Christian. Interesting pick. Not a big fan. I think Ken Walker will take it over soon. Ramondre goes. That's who I was looking at getting. Ramondre goes. Great pick. I thought about him for the 10th round pick. I'm hoping I can get Ayuk here, guys. Ayuk or Burks is my pick for sure. I like Ken Walker, but I actually will take the chance that I could get him later, honestly, at this point. And there's a couple of the running backs around there, like James Cook. I'm not a big fan of, but I would take a stab at him in the 11th round. No doubt about it. Interested to see what Jared goes here. Guy's running back. He probably will go receiver since he only has 3. So I'm hoping he doesn't take Ayuk. Renfrow here at this point, too, is pretty good value, but he's the third option in that offense. I mean, Ayuk, I guess, technically is too. Ah, damn, he gets Ayuk. Ayuk goes. Kind of messed up what I wanted to do here, guys. I could go Ken Walker here if I wanted to. Some interesting guys left. I like Hunter. I don't mind Hunter Renfrow at this price. It's tough. It's very tough. I do think I'm going to go with the rookie. I just like him more than Renfrow, and I'm going to go Traylon Burks in the 10th round. I think that's an absolute great value. A lot of people are down on him, but I'm still pumped about him. I still like his talent. I'm probably going to be putting him out in week 1, so I need to get another receiver that I can plug in there next round. But I like Renfrow too, but I think Burks' upside's better, and I'd rather take the chance on that. I'm liking my team though, guys. We got Josh Allen at quarterback, Najee and Swift at running back. My receivers are Mike Williams, Hollywood Brown, Gabe Davis, Bateman, and Traylon Burks. Now tight ends Pitts, and my third running back's Pollard. I like in my start a lot. Lazard goes. I thought about him. I just don't think he's. I don't think he's going to put up as big a number as people think. He could for sure, but I just think it's going to be more evened out approach for the Packers this season. Christian Kirk goes good value by Aiden, I think. Dawson Knox goes. Bryce needed his tight end, and I think that's great tight end to wait on in the 10th round if that's what you want to do. I texted Fantasy Commish, can't believe you took Patterson in the 7th, and he goes, easy pick, even in a running back by committee, his PPR value is so high. I just don't. He could do it again. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. But Christian Kirk, 10th round, great value. I thought about taking him maybe over Burks. But yeah, there's a couple of receivers I still like. Renfrow, if he falls me in the 11th, I'm taking him. I'm going to probably be looking at another running back, though. But it's tough. Probably want my 4th running back, and I would like a receiver I could put in the lineup over Pollard. Other than that, I'm really liking my team. Traylon Burks, I think, in the 10th. I could have probably waited on him a little bit. I think people are a little down on him, but I like him in the 10th personally a lot. So Renfro goes, great value in the 10th round. I thought about him at my 10th round pick, but I didn't want to. Yeah, let's check out Hunter's team here. Has Russ, McCaffrey, Aaron Jones, DJ Moore, Godwin, Kittle, and then he's got Javonte Cooks, Elijah Moore, Renfro. Wow, good ass team, I think. Check out Bryce's. He went with Dawson Knox there. Herbert, Eckler, Chubb, Lamb, Deontay, Knox, Akers, Juju, Hunt, Devontae Smith. Very good team as well, I think. It's very good. Now, Jaden goes with Thielen. Pretty solid pick. He'll be a safe player. He definitely has an interesting veteran team. I still think the Buccaneers pick might have been a joke, hopefully. But he's got a decent team. I don't know if it's going to be an elite one. Really questioning Dylan's, getting those backups. Getting the backup tight end and quarterback ready. I would not want to be starting 2 tight ends unless they're elite. I think Goddard, he's probably going to be starting over Ertz, and Ertz will be on his bench, in my opinion. Goes with Miles Sanders. I'm not a Miles Sanders guy at all, to be honest. He's going to be in a committee, and Gainwell will probably take over potentially. But in the 11th round, if you need a running back, it's not bad. I still would have taken Ken Walker, James Cook. Those are my 2 targets, guys, right now, is James Cook or Ken Walker. I want a 4th running back, and I'll take a chance on waiting on some of these receivers because the thing is, I like Tony a lot. I like George Pickens a lot. I like Sky Moore a lot. And I do like them a lot to get another receiver that I can put in my lineup. But I feel like I might need more running back depth. We'll see. We'll see who is available, no doubt. Because I got 5 receivers. I got Mike Williams, Marquise Brown, Gabe Davis, Bateman, and Traylon Burks. But we could start 5 at once. And there's this guys now. We got Olave, Woods, Garrett Wilson, Claypool, Tony Pickens, Sky Moore. And then right after that, there's a huge dip off in my eyes at receiver. There's not as many really guys I'm interested in. Jaden goes with this kicker, Justin Tucker. I don't know what the hell he's doing. He's got the best kicker in fantasy to have, but I just feel like he could wait. But he's got his starting lineup now, so he'll just be picking backups. Interesting, but not terrible. But like I said, these receivers, there's about 7 receivers left, and then there's a huge drop-off that I'm not really interested in. I need to get at least one of those guys. Not big on Olave, Woods, or Garrett Wilson, or even Claypool, but they're not bad. And the running backs, there's going to be a drop-off too after here, Walker and Cook, and I would like to get one of them as my 4th running backs. Quarterback or tight end, I'm not even worrying about that. There's guys I'm getting as backup that I'd be interested in, like a Trey Lance or Lawrence. That's kind of been my backups in a lot of leagues. And tight end, there's a lot of tight ends still left that I could get. I probably not get Cole Kmet, but I'm happy waiting till the end of the draft and getting a Juku or Smith because I got Kyle Pitts. I'm really not going to be taking him out of my lineup at all. Chris Olave goes rookie, pretty good value. Ken Walker goes. I thought about him. Well, Ken Walker goes, and that's a good pick. I really was going to take him. Garrett Wilson then goes, which I like him long term, but not really short term. Trey Lance. I'd probably wait for backup quarterback, so I'm still fine with getting Lawrence later. I like Lance a lot. I think he's going to win leagues, but I have Josh Allen, and I think Josh Allen is a pretty safe bet to just continue to dominate. This is my situation, guys. So I got Mike Williams, Hollywood Brown, Gabe Davis, Bateman, and Burks. I got 5 receivers. My three running backs I have are Najee Harris, DeAndre Swift, and Pollard. I only have three running backs, and after this, there's a dip. I will take a chance on the rookie and James Cook. I have 0 shares of him. I'm gonna hope to God that Tony Pickens or Sky Moore, one of those three, is left next pick. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm gonna be doing, guys. But I'm gonna take James Cook. Not that high on him at all, but I'll take. I think this is good value from the 11th round, and I needed a fourth running back. So I got Pollard and James Cook as my two backups to Najee and Swift. I like that a lot. We'll see. Let's hope to God Tony Pickens or Sky Moore is still left. I mean, I wouldn't even mind Robert Woods or Claypool. There's 6 picks before I go, and there's 5 of those receivers really left. MVS wouldn't be bad either. I like Christian Watson later. But yeah, it's getting thinner now. I mean, I'm probably gonna have to start now. Probably potentially Pollard in that week one as my other flex. Robert Woods goes. I think he could be a solid guy, 11th round, pretty good sleeper to have. But like I said, I'm holding out for Tony Pickens or Sky Moore, guys. And there's 4 picks left before me. Christian goes Cole Kmet. 3 picks left before me. Pickens goes, so now Tony and Sky Moore are left. I'm hoping I can get one, guys. I'm hoping I can get one. Jackson went all the way till 11th round to get his quarterback. He got Dak. Like, you can't complain about that at all. Like, that's pretty solid to have. That's why waiting on quarterback can work easily. That's typically what I would do. Pickens, great pick by Christian. Got his backup in Kmet since he waited on tight end. Got 2 younger guys that, he can flip in and flip out at the tight end position. I'm hoping I can get Sky Moore or Tony here, guys. Tony goes, fuck, I'm pissed. Tony goes, I'm hoping Sky Moore, I can get him, guys. I'm hoping. Tony was a great pick by Jackson. Yeah, I wanted him bad. And if Sky Moore's gone, guys, I don't like Claypool at all because I think Pickens is taking that number 2 spot pretty quickly. At that point, and we got Tyler Boyd, MVS, Landry, Rondell Moore. Just getting to the bottom of the barrel at this point, guys. How long is Jameson Williams out? Yeah, he's out the first 4 weeks, but he's going to be out for most season. Probably could wait a couple rounds to get him still and put him in my IR. But Jared, I hope you don't take Sky Moore, brother. Because if you don't, I'm taking him. Jared sniped me at Ayuk earlier. He took Pierce right after I took Pollard. So he kind of, he takes Claypool, and I'll take that. I will take Sky Moore. I'll take the chance on the rookie, and I'm happy with that. To get him as my 6th receiver, I'm really excited about that. There goes the defense, second defense off, Bills. I'm still fine, guys, waiting on kicker and defense till later. Like, a lot of leagues do that still. I think you guys should start to think of getting off of that because I just don't like relying on a kicker or defense, and I hate when I lose because of that because I know they're part of the football game, but fantasy football I think is different. In my eyes, IDP is the future of fantasy easily. I know in a season-long league you're probably not going to be looking into that, but in dynasty leagues, look into that. It's more fun having defensive players playing it, I think, easily. Kickers, just get rid of them. I don't like having them in there. They can mess up weeks. They could win you weeks, but you shouldn't be relying on a kicker to win your week, in my eyes. Yeah, Jackson texted me. This is why we go. In a group chat, I know some of them. He said, "This is why we wait on quarterback." I agree. I usually like doing that. I just wanted to share Josh Allen. I think waiting for Dak this late. I mean, for your quarterback one, I'll take that all day. No doubt. Bryce gonna get his pick in or not? He goes Julio Jones. I don't. I mean, you can take a stab at him at this late, whatever. But I'm not really into him. Aiden took Madison. I mean, there's rumors he could get traded. If I had Dalvin, I'm hunting to get him as my handcuff. Same with I'll be looking to get Jamal Williams guys later, like in a couple rounds, because running back's getting scarce. It's really like Melvin, but I'm only really taking Melvin if I have Javonte. Jane just took Melvin. I mean, he is really the best running back on the board left in some people's eyes. Jarvis Landry goes in for Dylan. But yeah, there's like Gainwell, Khalil Herbert, Jamal Williams. They're really the only guys I'm looking at, and I'm going to take them sooner rather than later. It's getting down the wire here. I got a pretty good team, I think, guys. What do you think? Josh Allen, quarterback. You can see it right here. Najee and Swift at running back. And then Pollard and Cook as my two backups. And then receivers, I got Mike Williams, Hollywood Brown, Gabe Davis, Bateman, Traylon Burks, and Sky Moore. I love how I waited on receivers, how it worked out for me. It's really blessing, honestly. It's going to be interesting. I really don't have a clear guy I want for sure as my next pick. I could look at getting a backup quarterback or tight end soon, but I'd still rather get another skill guy. Receivers, I mean, MVS, I wouldn't mind take a stab at him, or Christian Watson, but I've taken some rookies already in Burks and Sky Moore. Wouldn't mind getting a safer play. Dylan takes 49ers defense, 3 defense off the board now. Keep that in mind for my pick, but I mean, I'm fine with just waiting and getting whoever's left in the last couple rounds. I don't see the point when there's still some guys out there to have, especially in a deeper league when you could get like a handcuff for somebody. Yeah. Jaden goes with Matthew Stafford, gets his backup quarterback. I bet he'll be playing over Tom Brady possibly quick. But Tom Brady was dominant last year. I just don't think I'd take a quarterback like that early when there were still guys like Lamar, Burrow, Hurts, and Kyler. If you're going to go quarterback that early, look at that guys more. Look for a guy like that more, in my eyes. Hoping you guys are staying with me, guys. If you turn it off by now, I don't blame you. This is a long video, but just want to show you a draft like with live 10 people, with a mix of people in your hometown leagues. You might have a similar situation. You have a few guys that have never done this but want to try it out. You have some of your closer guys you're in other leagues with, and then some guys that from elsewhere. Like I got like a couple good 3 guys in this draft that are in 3 of my most serious leagues. I have 2 guys in here that I know pretty well that haven't really done fantasy in a long time or never have, and they're trying it out. And then there's 3 guys. There's 4 guys actually that help work at Fantasy Commish, an Instagram page for fantasy football that I help with sometimes. So yeah, guys, this is just like a good grasp if you have your draft this Labor Day week, and I know a lot of people do, because you're probably gonna have a mix of guys that could draft like this. It's not out of the realm of possibilities. Bryce gets Isaiah Spiller as a handcuff for Eckler, smart. Michael Gallup by Hunter, not bad at all for another receiver. Really not as many good receivers left now. Tyler Boyd, not bad either. If he wasn't the number, he would be number 2 on a lot of teams. He's just number 3 because of Chase and T. Higgins. Yeah, I mean, at this point, there's, not a lot left to deal with. I think I'm still going to wait on getting a backup quarterback like Trevor Lawrence a few rounds. I don't think I need to take one yet. Receivers, I mean, MVS, I wouldn't mind just getting him. Wouldn't mind him as my 3rd flex, just throwing him in there because he's boomer bust with Mahomes. But Christian Watson's sexy too, but I don't know if I want another rookie. I think I'm going to take MVS if he's there, in my eyes. And I'm going to make sure to get Jamal Williams later. I don't know if I'm really going to take... I'm going to take Gainwell and Jamal Williams probably as my next 2 backs if I want to go that route or not. I just don't see them. I don't see them in my lineup too often, though. Here on Jacoby Myers, interesting pick. Not a lot of receivers really left to pick from, so I don't really blame him there. I don't really know what I want to do here, guys. I got my lineup pretty much picked out. Got 6 receivers and 3 running backs. I probably should get another running back, or 4 running backs. Sorry. I'm just gonna throw a dart on MVS. Why not? Guy that's some upside. I got MVS and Sky Moore. Let's hope one of them hit for me. They're my sixth and seventh receiver. I'm probably not be looking at receiver again. So my next picks, I'm gonna be looking at Kenneth Gainwell. Um, you know, definitely be aware of him, guys. In Philly, we've seen Adam do a video on him. He loves them. They're in a committee probably. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. So after I took MVS, Jared goes to Michael Carter, Jackson B Rob. Hopefully B Rob can get healthy soon because he's going to be the starter in Washington once he gets healthy. Christian gets two young running backs in Rashad Watt and Gainwell to get his next running backs. I was looking at Gainwell, so good snag Christian as my fifth running back. We got J Rob, Naheem Hines, Tyler Algier, and Khalil Herbert left. I'm looking at probably getting Khalil Herbert, guys. I think he could take over Montgomery's role. I don't think Montgomery's going to be holding on to it very much longer. Tyler Algier, the thing is, though, he could be starting for ATL at some point. Romeo Doubs by Jackson. Loving the hype in Green Bay, but we'll see what happens there. Still rather just take the upside chance on Watson. Derek Carr then goes, and now I am up with some running backs on the board. I'm going to go, I think, with Khalil Herbert because I think he's going to take over in Chicago. I think there's a great opportunity for him to do that. And I'm gonna roll with. Well, let's see. I could probably win a running back. I like Khalil Herbert or Jamal Williams, but I wouldn't mind getting a backup quarterback or tight end right now. And since Gesicki's still on the board, I will take him as my backup tight end. And there's still quarterbacks. I don't mind having Tua or Lawrence as my backup. That's who I'm aiming to have as my backup quarterback to Josh Allen. Gesicki, I just think I'm probably not going to be starting over Pitts, but at this point, I might as well just take him. There are some decent running backs. Not really, though. Like, there's Herbert, Isaiah Pacheco, and Jamal Williams, and Tyler Algier just goes that Fantasy Commish took. Smart pick since he has Patterson. He needs that. I thought about him, but I'd rather just take the chance to see who's available next round at running back. And, Khalil Herbert, Isaiah Pacheco, the seventh round pick that everyone's raving about for whatever reason, and Jamal Williams. Because I do like to have Jamal for a handcuff, for having DeAndre Swift. J Rob goes, nice handcuff for Aiden with having ETN. Great pick, great move there. But yeah, I got my backup tight end Gesicki for Kyle Pitts. So, I got two bench spots left in a kicker and defense. So I for sure want to pick one running back and one quarterback, and then kicker defense last 2 rounds for sure. I don't care about waiting for that. It's whatever to me. I'm not going to spend an earlier pick on that when I can get some skills guys that are going to be more valuable to me down the stretch, for sure. Bryce grabs his backup tight end and Hunter Henry, backup Dawson Knox. At this point, there's not much tight end people left that are really worth taking, like that you're going to be too excited about. Njoku and Irv Smith are still there. There's some sleeper tight ends that a lot of people like this season, so we'll see there. Hunter's up now. 14th round, guys. Long draft for sure. Hope you guys are finding some entertainment with this. No doubt about it. Yeah, we do have IR spots that you can put suspended out guys on. That's why I have 4 picks left, and I need a backup quarterback, and I would like to get another running back. I wouldn't mind, and I want to take Jamal Williams and a backup quarterback. My targets are really Lawrence and Jamal Williams. And receiver, it's definitely Jameson Williams because I can put on my IR. I honestly might take him over taking a kicker defense and then just maybe drop somebody. I don't know who I'd want to drop though. It's a problem. Don't really want to drop anybody. But no, I actually what I would do is I would put Jameis Williams in my IR and then pick up a defense. Trevor Lawrence is the auto pick. You got to be kidding me. That's who I would have taken. And then Khalil Herbert goes. Khalil Herbert actually goes. That's who he wanted to take. Trevor Lawrence doesn't go. That must have been in his queue to take Herbert or something. Hunter's on auto now, which, sucks, but this isn't like a super serious league. It's just for some fun. Alberto goes and then Njoku, 2 tight ends. Dylan has 3 tight ends now. Interesting, but Jaden got his backup tight end, which was a good pick there. Dylan gets McPherson at this point. I mean, whatever if you want to take a kicker. Not really sure what happened with the Hunter pick with Khalil Herbert. That was kind of weird. I'm not sure what happened there. Nyheim Hine goes and then Trevor Lawrence. So 2 of my guys I was looking at getting are gone, which suck. But it's what it is. What it is. I'm thinking I'm gonna probably take. I'm gonna have to get a backup quarterback too, and at this point I don't mind getting Tua as my backup probably. Yeah, we'll take Tua probably as my backup. We got Tua, Jamal Williams, and Jameis Williams, and then probably a kicker I'm looking at, and I'm gonna put Jameson Williams to my IR. And then I'm going to, pick up a kicker defense after the draft. That's completely fine with me. Rondell Moore at this point in the 15th round, nice. Hunter probably put a Q. We got Herbert and Lawrence, at this point. Good backup quarterback. A running back in a shitty offense, but could take over for Montgomery. Great pick by Christian Watson in the 15th round. Thought about him, but I have a couple shares of him, so it's aight. No doubt. John Dotson then goes another rookie. Now I'm up. Now what do I want to do? I'm going to throw a dart on Jameson Williams. I don't have any shares. I'll put him on my IR, and I can pick him up later. So now, my last picks, I want to get Tua as a backup, hopefully. Deshaun Watson goes there for Jared's 3rd quarterback. Hoping to get, I have Josh Allen, so I have the most dominant quarterback almost in there, in the league. So I'm not really too worried about backup too much. I still plan to get one, though, so we'll see. Bryce texted me, really? Jameson, I was going to hopefully get him next round. I had to. I could have maybe waited next round, but I know Christian likes him a lot, and he could maybe take him with one of his last picks. I'm putting Jameson on my IR, and then I plan to pick up my defense probably after that, because kicker defense, they're valuable to have someone in this, because you do have to start them, but I could care less. I'll probably be switching a defense every week if I really need to. I'd rather take skill guys that can win me leagues, guys, at this point. Not big in MVS, but he could, I could put him into the flex and he could just have a big week with Mahomes' arms. Christian gets his backup quarterback in Fields and then gets Isaiah Pacheco, probably the best really running back on the board. Remaining, I would say. So now, I really want to get Jamal Williams and then my backup quarterback. I'm probably going to take Tua at first and Jamal next round. I don't think anyone's really looking at Jamal. Maybe someone wants to fuck me over since I have Swift. But I'll take the chance on Swift being there next round if he's not. If Jamal Williams really isn't there next round after I take Tua here, hopefully, I'm sure I'll get Tua because Jared has 3 quarterbacks. I'm fine with taking the kicker defense and just not drafting Jamal Williams. It's all right. I do only have 4 running backs, which is a little light, but I'm fine with that since I have 2 dominant ones that are very dominant. So, it'll be interesting to see who I should put in my flex. It's either going to be Pollard, Burks, Sky Moore, MVS. I'm probably thinking about maybe just putting MVS in there week 1 to see what happens. But it's definitely interesting for sure. There has been a couple defenses. That's why we'll see what happens. Jared is up right now. We'll see what he wants to do. Matt Gago's kicker. I'm not really looking at kicker defense. So I think I'm going to just stick and take my backup quarterback into Tagovailoa. Backup for Josh Allen. I'll take that all day long. And now I'm hoping I can get Jamal Williams in the 17th round for my handcuff to Swift. But if he gets taken before I pick next, I'll just ride with kicker defense, and he gets picked by Aiden. Jamal Williams gets picked. Whatever. I'll just go with kicker and defense. I'm not that mad about it, to be honest, at this point. Um, yeah, I mean, whatever. I guess Aiden's a big Jamal Williams fan. Used to be on the Packers. He's going to get a signing from, so good for you getting that. If you're excited, I'm just a little pissed because I wanted that handcuff. But at the end of the day, um, I'll just take my kicker and defense, and I'll just pick another running back up off waivers. Since I'll be moving Jameson Williams to my IR, there's no worries with that. Kickers are kind of flying the defenses at this point, guys. I'm not really going to show the rest of the draft because it's just going to be kicker and defense for me. Um, I'm just going to, fast forward to the end here, guys, of showing the draft board as it concludes. Thanks for staying with us. And here it is. So that concludes the draft, guys. Here's kind of the last 2 rounds go. Nothing crazy, really. Just defenses. Irv Smith, 17th round. Great pick, honestly, at this point. Get a nice, solid tight end. The rest are just, mainly just quarter kickers and defenses. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is how my team ended up. We got Josh Allen at quarterback, 2 running backs, Najee and Swift. Starting 2 receivers, Mike Williams, Hollywood Brown. Pitts at tight end, Gabe Davis, Bateman as my other 2 receivers. Pollard in my flex right now. I got Bass in the Pats D. Then off the bench, I got Burks, James Cook, Sky Moore, MVS, Gesicki, Jameson Williams, and 2. I'm pretty happy with my draft, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Get you guys a grasp on some values that some people might make in some leagues that you're in for this weekend if you haven't drafted yet. There's a handful of people that have never done this before, a handful of people that, aren't as into it as some of us. So you might get that in your hometown league and take advantage of ADP and looking at drafts like some of these guys' teams. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Follow us, subscribe. We're here to help you guys out. Leave comments. So thank you guys. See ya.